The numbers tell a stark story. Once the crown jewel of Hong Kong's Cha-Chan-Tengs, Tsui now faces staggering losses, over 250 million Hong Kong dollars in a single year. This isn't just a bad business cycle, it's a public collapse, visible in empty booths and shuttered storefronts across the city and mainland China. Mass closures have become the new norm, erasing memories of bustling crowds and clattering porcelain. For decades, Tsui was more than a restaurant. It was a cultural landmark, a beacon of Hong Kong's vibrant energy. Now, its iconic green sign is more often seen being dismantled, a symbol of an era ending. The Cha-Chan-Teng was supposed to be timeless, but its noisy, no-frills charm and sprawling menu have become liabilities. What was once authentic now feels outdated. Tsui's decline is a cautionary tale. Even cherished traditions can wither if they fail to evolve. The reasons are complex: rising costs, shifting tastes, and a failure to innovate. The question remains, can the Hong Kong-style tea restaurant survive, or is it destined to become a relic, fondly remembered but rarely visited? To understand the fall, we must remember the heights. Tsui began in 1967 as a humble ice cream shop in Mong Kok, but quickly tapped into Hong Kong's spirit, a fusion of East and West, speed and affordable comfort. The Cha-Chan-Teng became the city's canteen, serving everything from condensed milk buns to the legendary milk tea. Its booths and formica tables became iconic backdrops in classic Hong Kong films and TV dramas. Celebrities like Chow Yun-fat and Tony Leung were regulars, adding stardust to the brand. Tsui was where everyone, from construction workers to stockbrokers, rubbed shoulders over pork chop buns. As Hong Kong's economy boomed, so did Tsui, expanding across the city and into mainland China. New openings drew long queues and feverish excitement, making Tsui a symbol of Hong Kong's soft power. It was more than food, it was an experience, a slice of Hong Kong on a plate. This was the golden age. Tsui seemed invincible, its menu a sprawling encyclopedia of comfort food. The Cha-Chan-Teng was the great equalizer, a democratic space for all. Tsui stood at the pinnacle, its future as bright as the neon lights of Nathan Road. The golden era couldn't last forever. In 2019, the first real cracks appeared. Tsui began reporting major financial losses. The business model that had worked for decades was suddenly breaking down. Once packed restaurants felt empty, the hum of conversation replaced by silence. To survive, Tsui relied on government subsidies, a temporary fix that masked deeper problems. Store closures followed, with landmark locations in Hong Kong and mainland China shutting their doors. The ambitious expansion turned into a painful retreat, each closure a blow to the brand's prestige. The reasons were many: economic downturn, social unrest, and a world that had changed while Tsui stood still. The company became a patient on life support, its future hanging in the balance. The empire crumbled, not from a single blow, but from a slow, grinding war of attrition. Tsui was a heavyweight champion who had grown slow and complacent, unable to adapt to new challengers. The decline wasn't just a setback, it was a fundamental shift in the culinary landscape. The crowds drifted away, seeking newer, more exciting shores. The Cha-Chan-Teng failed to capture the imagination of a new generation. Young consumers in Hong Kong and China crave modern, stylish milk tea shops like Hey Tea and Nayuki, places that double as social hubs and Instagram backdrops. The old-school, no-frills Cha-Chan-Teng can't compete with this image-conscious culture. Today's youth prefer lighter, healthier, and more diverse food. Poke bowls, plant-based options, global cuisines. The carb-heavy, greasy staples of the Cha-Chan-Teng menu feel outdated and unappealing. For many, it's the food of their parents. Nostalgic but not part of their own identity. Dining is now about experience and aesthetics. Young people want stylish, well-designed spaces. The loud, functional design of Tsui feels dated and uninviting. Modern cafes, izakayas, and high-tech restaurants offer the novelty and ambiance young diners crave. The Cha-Chan-Teng's utilitarian charm is lost on a generation that values aesthetics and experience above all. With more choices than ever, the Cha-Chan-Teng is no longer the default for a quick, affordable meal. Without the patronage of the young, Tsui has become out of touch with today's culture. Tsui's decline wasn't just about outside pressures. Internal missteps played a huge role. In an attempt to offset rising costs, Tsui steadily raised prices, eroding its reputation for value. A meal there became as expensive as, or pricier than, mid-range restaurants with better service and ambiance. Loyal customers felt priced out, and the brand's core appeal faded. Efficiency measures led to more pre-prepared meals in central kitchens, sacrificing the wok hei that made Chachan food special. Freshly cooked dishes were replaced by reheated components, and customers noticed the drop in quality. The food became bland and generic. Fast food prices without fast food value. Meanwhile, the menu barely changed, ignoring new trends and healthier options. The lack of innovation made Tsui feel stale and predictable. Attempts at rebranding as a premium offering failed. High prices weren't matched by quality or experience. The brand's identity became confused. Was it cheap and fast or modern and premium? It ended up being neither. Traditional customers left and new ones never arrived. These internal failures, high prices, declining quality, a static menu, and failed rebranding, accelerated Tsui fall from grace.